Hey guys, it's Heather and welcome back to my channel. So I have been mulching for the last few days and I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to finishing this. But as I've been mulching, I've been deadheading things and cutting things back because some things in the garden are going to flush out more flowers. And one of them is this hardy geranium. This is Boom Chocolate Geranium and it's one of my favorites. It's very low maintenance. It's got so many attributes, including wonderful foliage color. It's got this deep, well, chocolatey colored foliage, gorgeous kind of mauve colored stems on it. And then when it flowers, it's this profusion of purple flowers that are super pollinator friendly. So now it's covered in all these seed heads, which are cool. If I were to leave them, I could leave them. However, I want a second flush of flowers. And to do that, I need to chop this down. And that's what I did with this one here. And it looks like it's nothing compared to this one, but I'm gonna take it down so that I get a second flush. And in a couple weeks, this is gonna leaf out and be nice and lush again. It's got a nice mounding habit, and then it'll throw up some more flowers. And it's probably not gonna be as lush as the first flowering. They seldom are, but it's flowers nonetheless. So Boom Chocolate hardy geranium is hardy in zones 4 to 8. And this gets about 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall, give or take. And this is something that I'm going to move in the fall because I've got a better spot for it and I feel like it's overwhelming a very small hydrangea, a panicle hydrangea that I have back here. So I am going to show you how to cut this back, and it's going to look really drastic and you're going to take it down to practically nothing, but it'll be worth it in the end. Now I've got 3 plants here and I know this looks drastic, but they're gonna fill in and be this beautiful mounded flush of almost bronzy colored foliage. And I love this plant. So don't be afraid to cut it back hard. Whatever you do, you're not gonna kill it. It's gonna grow. It might flower a little if you cut it back right to the ground, which you can do because there's a lot of new growth coming in from the base, but I left this centerpiece, and when you're cutting it back, you'll see some fresh growth in the middle of it. And if you're not comfortable cutting it all the way back, don't. It's going to be fine. What you're telling the plant to do is you don't want it to set seed, you want it to grow flowers. So that's ultimately what we want anyway is more flowers. So by doing this, I should have that in maybe another month or so. But I am going to mulch this, give it a little bit of fertilizer, and call it a day. That's all there is to it. They look really small, but they're going to be fine. They're going to flush out and be these gorgeous dark leaf perennials that are going to flower once again. But let me show you a few other things that you can cut back and get a second flower from. So just in this little area here, this is my patio, and then my family room windows are here. Just in this little area here, there's a lot of things that you can cut back and they will flower again. So around the fountain, I had to take the fountain apart because I found a dead bird in it last week and I need to disinfect it. So I'm going to get around to that today. But at the base of it is Cat's Pajamas Nepeta. That is one of my most favorite perennials for full sun. And it's a great ground cover. So if you've got a spot that's just gets beaten with sun all day long, this is one to try. Very pollinator friendly as well. So I transplanted this one from another part of the garden because one died here. So I brought this one in and it's flushing out with some new growth. But just cut these back hard and they are going to flower and be beautiful again. And then directly behind it, so we had windows put in last week and the window guys put scaffolding here to protect my rugosa roses. And I don't know what happened, if they dropped something, but they completely severed in half one of my rugosas and then my Coreopsis. This is Zagreb Coreopsis. This is another one that you can cut back hard and it will keep flowering. And I don't know about you guys, but the bindweed is terrible in my garden, so I'm always finding it. But Coreopsis is another one you can cut back and it'll keep flowering. And this one here is another Nepeta. This is Purple Rain. I found this and it is super pollinator friendly. I don't know if you can see this bee in here. Oops, sorry, bee. But I found this up in Wisconsin last summer and I love the flowers on it, although I think I have it in the wrong location. I'm gonna have to move this, I think. So, but this is another one. You can cut this back hard and it'll keep flowering. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get back to mulching and hopefully finish that mulch pile that's on the driveway that's been there for like 5 days now. Get rid of that and be done with it. The sun's coming back out. I was hoping to get all of this mulched before the sun came out. But anyway, don't be too precious with your perennials. They want to live, they want to grow. And for those perennials like the geranium and the Coreopsis and the catmints, and there's so many other ones, if you're deadheading them, they're gonna keep flowering all summer long for you. And the perennial geranium is going to flesh out with some beautiful foliage too. So you get, it's a win-win situation. So don't be too precious with things. Don't worry about it. Give them a cut back and just enjoy them. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.